Ugh. Whoa. Okay. Welcome back to another video. I'm sorry I haven't done a video in like 2 months, I believe. Nearly, at least. Rounding it about. Yeah, it's about 2 months. So, I want to get back into doing videos about, of course, movies with movie trailers and doing some reactions because I noticed I've missed a lot of trailers over the past few weeks. Especially The Crow. Let's get into this, okay? I saw pictures and other YouTube videos recently about this new film coming out that I didn't even know. I had no idea this was coming out over the years. Like, I had no idea they were even working on this. Um, Obviously, this is a reboot of The Crow, one of the all-time favorite, movies, especially for the goth scene and stuff like that. It's one of the greatest goth movies ever made. In fact, I think it is compared to like The Craft and stuff. Um, it's definitely one of my favorite movies of all time. Like, I grew up to this movie my whole life. It's a '90s movie. I'm a '90s kid, and I've always been a huge fan of this movie. Okay, the original Brendan Lee version release back in 1994. Um, so, what was I gonna say? Well, first thing I noticed is that they did change up a lot of things, and it's not just the look that I'm really annoyed with and disappointed. It's the story. The story doesn't really fit Eric Draven. Okay, this movie is supposed to be Eric Draven, the original Crow, the original comic. Okay, from what's the man's name who created this comic book? Oh god, I'm so terrible with names sometimes. Okay, so we have the original comic series by James O'Barr. Now, the original story is that this man James O'Barr had a girlfriend. He was truly in love. It was a really romantic thing they had going together, and unfortunately, sadly, he lost his girlfriend due to a drunk driver. Okay, not paying attention, being let me not swear, but being an idiot. Okay, being a shithead. Okay, let me say it just that. Okay, so I mean, if I was in his shoes, I'd be exactly the same. Like, he obviously took his emotional experience and decided to create a story, like a comic, based off the events that happened. So he created Eric Draven, the Crow, seeking vengeance for these evil scumbags who basically do terrible things to people. And so the story of Eric Draven is that he gets killed along with his girlfriend Shelley Webster. Um, so that's the original story of Eric Draven. Okay, now that was based off of Eric Draven is based off of James O'Barr's real life experience. Okay, now the problem I'm having with this new one is that the story is that Shelley Webster and Eric Draven are recovering addicts, drug addicts. Okay, who decided to who come out of, what was it, an asylum or some shit. Like, I was so upset of what I saw. It's in the trailer. You see them like in like some circle meeting or some shit. Like, this is the trailer here. I don't want to play the trailer because I don't want to get any copyrights and shit like that. So but if you haven't seen the trailer, obviously it's released. It's out there, so you can just look it up. So this is the story. Soulmates Eric Draven and Shelley Webster are brutally murdered when the demons of her dark past catch up with them. So it's basically Shelley Webster who's really the main protagonist in the drug abuse. I don't understand that. Given the chance to save his true love by sacrificing himself, Draven returns to seek bloody revenge against the killers, traversing, I've never seen that word in my life, traversing the worlds the worlds of the living and the dead to put the wrong things right. So he's coming back from the dead to avenge his girlfriend, his drug addict girlfriend, ex-drug addict girlfriend. Um, this is obviously really, really freaking irritating. I'm irritated. I'm really irritated because they literally switched up the story, especially who Eric Draven is and Shelley Webster. They were good. The original story is that they're good, loving people in a romantic relationship. Eric Draven is in a band, okay? He's in a rock band. He's not in some like death metal band or some shit or some fucking trap music band. That we're gonna get into that too. How he looks, Eric Draven. So then, yeah, he was in a rock band. He's one of the local artists. You know how you have like a local town and there's like local artists who go to local bars and stuff and perform for the people there. That's who Eric Draven was. And he was in a loving relationship with Shelley Webster and blah blah blah. So now we have this new Eric Draven, which looks like what the hell is that? With all the tattoos and shit. I mean, his face looks pretty cool. Like I have to admit, his face looks pretty cool, but the hair, no. The tattoos, definitely no. Okay, seriously. What the hell is that? Especially with the tattoo, with the nipple thing I saw there. I was like, what the? Are you kidding me? What the hell is that? What are you doing to this story? To James O'Barr. I got I'm so bad with names. Sorry, James. But yeah, this is really offensive to James O'Barr's original creation and to the reasons why he created this character, the reasons why he created this story. Like, this is truly dishonoring him right now. You know that? Like, and dishonoring his girlfriend, especially. Like, how could you do that? Of course, you wanted. The director literally said something like he wanted to make it fit for today's audience, and make it look like it's a mixture of like what's his name, that rapper. I'm not too familiar with today's rappers that much at all, but my mind is going blank because I'm just so like I can't believe this shit. Let me see if I can find what the director said. So the director is Rupert Sanders. Who the hell is that? I don't even know who that is. Rupert Sanders. Let me see if I can find. There it is. Rupert Sanders. Okay. Hollywood Reporter. That's okay. What movies did he do? What is he known for? Snow White, and The Huntsman, and Ghost in the Shell. Never seen those, honestly. Yeah. Damn, this dude is tall. Mentions here his height is 6'3". God damn. I wish I could be that tall. But anyways, I mean, I don't know why he decided to change the story like that just to fit the modern day generation. I mean, I get that. I totally get you want to make it fit for today's generation, which loves the dumbest things. I don't understand. It's like he kind of looks like the Joker from Suicide Squad, which I'm not a fan of either. I'm really not a fan of that at all. That Joker is out of the picture. Okay, I totally despise that Joker. That is the disgrace to that character. So I just can't believe what the hell he's doing to this story. I'm not really a big fan of it at all. I don't even think I'm gonna watch this movie, honestly. I'm not gonna watch this movie. I don't care. I'm not gonna care for this movie. I'm really not. And I seen the trailer, and yeah, it's bloody and gory, and like that's all today's generation give a damn about. And like, it's like fuck a good story, We just want to see blood, gore, action, gun shooting, people getting shot. Yeah, like the freaking John Wick movies. I'm not really too much of a huge fan of John Wick because it's just nothing but freaking non-stop shooting and gun action. I'm like, okay, I love gun action. Don't get me wrong. I love action. I love action movies. Action movies is one of my favorite genres. besides comedy. But when it's just too much and that's all it is, it's like, I'm not really feeling the story, and reasons why the action happens. But anyways, off of that, I'm just not really, really a big fan of this at all. I'm not too happy about this. I really don't think this is gonna really do well in the box office. It's really not, because everybody knows, especially the Crow fans, people who are true hardcore fans, and not only that, I almost forgot, Brendan Lee, right, who did a phenomenal job as Eric Draven, died doing this damn movie. Okay, he died doing that movie. Okay, he basically lost his life to do his best role. If he was still alive, that will be the number one movie that made him a true star, because holy shit, bro. He was amazing. Like, that's one of the main reasons why I love that movie so much, The Crow, is because Brendan Lee's performance was freaking brilliant. Okay, he was the Crow. He was Eric Draven, and the look he had was just awesome, badass. Like that. That's Gothic. Okay, that's Gothic, and that's vengeance for his girlfriend, doing the makeup and stuff like that. Which I think it was his girlfriend's makeup, wasn't it? So, to avenge her name, basically it's a lot of people think it's a clown. It's really not. It's the face of smiles and sorrows. That people don't understand. The people in this generation are not going to understand that, because they didn't grow up to this. They're not going to understand what it truly is, what the Gothic scene truly is. It's lots of sorrow. It's lots of pain behind a lot of the reasons why the culture is. It's a culture. And this new movie doesn't look like it fits the goth scene at all. I don't even want to talk about it no more. That's how disappointed I am, and like stressed that they even decided to do this. Like, why? I mean, all you had to do is just re-release the movie in theaters, like 4K Ultra or something. People in this generation will probably see it. Will definitely see it, and be like, "Wow, this is freaking amazing," because it's actually a good story, not just good action. It's still, the special effects weren't the greatest, of course. It's the '90s, but you loved it for the move, for the story, and what it really was, what it was about, why it was what it was. That's the reasons why it was so good. And Brendan Lee's performance. Okay, Brendan Lee was Eric Draven. I don't think anybody could pull off Eric Draven as much as Brendan Lee. I mean, nothing against this guy, Bill Skarsgård, who did It. I'm not too familiar with this guy because I'd never really seen It, the new version, to be honest, and I didn't see any of his films at all. I've never seen anything he was in. But I'm pretty sure he's a fine actor. Everybody says he's a great actor and stuff like that, which, cool. All right, that's fine. I got nothing against the guy, but I'm sorry, but maybe this is not his role. Maybe this is not his movie. Or maybe he could pull it off if he had good directing, maybe a good director and a good storyteller. Like somebody who knew what they were doing. If they really wanted to reboot this movie, he would probably do an amazing job as Eric Draven with the right people who would actually pay respects to the original source material. Okay. I'm just very disappointed. I mean, the race swapping of Shelley Webster, I don't really have a problem with. The hell with that. I don't care. She's a beautiful girl, to be honest. She is a really gorgeous girl. The girl who plays Shelley Webster, I don't even know who that is. FKA Twigs? FKA Twigs? Who's that? Honestly, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is, but if you ever see this video, you're gorgeous. But yeah. Off of that, I don't think this movie's gonna fly. It's really not. I mean, sorry to say it to people of this generation, but you really don't know what good storytelling really is, because you have, it's not your fault. It's nobody. It's the people in this generation. It's really not their fault. I mean, they have people in Hollywood right now who don't know what the hell they're doing at all. They have no ideas, nothing. They're just blank, and all they're doing is just, hey, you know what? Let's adopt an old franchise that made so much money and try to make it our own, fit for this today's audience, and ruin the shit. Ugh. I'm getting so sick of it, man. I'm so sick of what Hollywood's been shitting out these days. I mean, come on, bro. Hollywood used to be amazing, man. Just spitting out amazing fucking stuff. Amazing stories. Great action, great comedy, you know, like great actors, great directors, great writers. Now it's just shit. I mean, didn't they learn anything from the people before? I mean, that's why for generations and generations of Hollywood, there was always great movies coming out every decade, because they paid respects to the source materials. If they rebooted something, like, because there is reboots from back in the days, there is some reboots over generations, since like the 1920s, and you have reboots in the 40s and the 50s or the 70s, but they paid respects to the source material, and they always came up with new ideas because they want to tell a story. You know, and they learned from the people before them. It doesn't seem like these people in Hollywood now are learning from the people before them. Instead, it's like they want to shame them for making great movies and make shit because this is what this generation is supposed to be about. What? I'm pretty sure this generation would be ecstatic, would be an amazing generation, which they could be, because a lot of these kids are smart these days. A little bit too smart for their own good. You know, but the people in Hollywood, you know, the shit they're seeing, the shit they're getting, they're being fed from Hollywood and shit right now. It's just garbage. It's garbage. But anyways, I'm going on and on and on. Meanwhile, I probably didn't say too much about the movie, I guess. Well, maybe I did it. Maybe I had to say. Maybe I said what I had to say. Maybe that's it. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there because I don't want this video to be like an hour long. Well, not even a half hour long. I'm probably gonna, this video is probably gonna be so damn long, and I didn't even mean for it to be that long. But whatever, you know. I'll probably just trim stuff out. I'll probably trim this out. What I'm saying. But anyways, yeah. So let me know what you think in the comment sections. Which I'm pretty sure nobody's gonna be a fan. Nobody's gonna be a fan. I'm not even gonna pay money for shit for this movie. Nothing. I don't even want to see it. To be honest, I don't even want to see it. And I'm pretty sure you all relate. You all can agree that the Crow is Brendan Lee. That's that. It's still Brendan Lee. This, no. Sorry. Sorry, but no. So yeah. That's going to be it for this video. Over and out.